Hey guys, it's Fandom Writer here, and today you probably can't see me very well at all because um, it's dark in my room and everything, but either way, I just wanted to make a live stream. I don't know if this is gonna be that well because I have pretty poor connection for some reason at the moment, but I just simply wanted to say something because I have noticed, especially a lot in my I guess that out of all of my subscribers, I have seen a lot of people, like a lot of my subscribers, from what I've heard, have gone through tragic experiences or been through some very bad emotional turmoil. And I know that this is going to be, and I know that you guys can probably already tell just by the title that this is going to be a sentimental live stream, but I simply just want to simply say that irregardless of all of those things, you can find happiness. Because I believe that there are people, that everyone has the potential to do good things. It's just that the people out there who don't either don't do good things because they don't want to, or believe that they don't have any potential to begin with. And that's a lie to me. I don't believe that anyone is like that. Because in my eyes, you are a bad person based on your actions. And you can have a wonderful, because I sometimes believe that people will purposely do bad things and not even care about how others feel. And I know this simply because of many people who have betrayed me. A best friend I once had in 5th grade. A person who I had loved, who I fell in love with, had taken my love and he used it against me. He had used it for what he wanted. He manipulated me. And he acted as if it was a joke, when to me, it was the worst thing in the world. To me, it felt like being stabbed in the heart or having my heart carved out of my body. It felt as if everything, like at that moment, it felt like all of the progress I had made towards getting better with depression was ripped down. I felt as if everything I had worked so hard for, my happiness, my joy, and my pride, and my confidence, was gone. All because of his actions. And if I knew that this was going to happen, I would have traveled, and if I could, I would just simply travel back in time and never contact him again. That's what I would do. But guys, because I know that relationships can be so abusive, and I know it because I have been through it, and so is my mother. A lot of people go through abusive relationships, and a lot of people go through depression. But I can put it to you in terms like this. If you are suffering from depression, you are the only one who can fix it. You're the one who got yourself to become depressed by putting those ideas in your head that you don't matter and everything. And if you want to stop being depressed, you are going to have to be the one to fix it. That is what you have to do. You have to simply, because I know that it sounds harsh, and it in a way is, but I'm only saying it like this because it's something that I refuse to believe in. I always thought that the answer was so more difficult. I always thought that the answer to my depression to be stopped was so difficult and that it was impossible. But in reality, it was right there in front of me. In front of me the entire time. And I was just too stubborn and I didn't believe in myself to give it a chance. And now that I have, it's done wonders for me. I wouldn't say that I have the best confidence in the world. I surely don't. But I at least have the confidence to say things that I couldn't say before. Like I can say about the boy who had made me fall in love with him and used it against me. I can say that I am better than him. That I am better than him and that I am worth something. And that and that I am worth something, and that I need a person who is going to physically support me through everything. Because I may not be the best person in the world, but I deserve far more than him, and he doesn't deserve to be with me. He doesn't deserve to be with me because of what he did to me and to others. He doesn't deserve to have to have my smile, to have my happiness, and to have my voice in his life. He doesn't. And I know he's watching the video. I know he is. I know he's watching it because he's a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And I know he's watching. Well, if he is, I just want him to know that I am worth something. I may not be over everything in the past that has happened, but the past is the past, everyone. No matter how much one hates it, no matter how much one wishes that things went differently, we all wish that so badly. We always do. I wish that I was there to say goodbye to my grandfather when he passed away. I wish I was awake to see him. Because the day he died, I was tired, because me and my mother and one of my older brothers, we spent nights there and everything like that because we were concerned about him. His health was deteriorating, and it was affecting all of us in his little corner of the world. There was nothing we could do, and simply because he didn't want the chemotherapy, because he had pancreatic cancer, and he didn't want the chemotherapy. He had gone through cancer before in the past when I was so young, like barely old enough to remember anything, but he still took the chemo. He took the chemo then. I'm not sure why. Whether it was likely to be there for me for when I grow up a little bit, or simply to be there for our family a little bit longer. But at that point, honestly, when I look back, chemo, it wasn't the best choice for him. He didn't want it because he had wanted to see our grandmother. We just call her Nana. He had wanted to see her again so badly. She had died at 63, and she passed away years before I was even born. And he had missed her so badly. He never even considered the idea of remarrying because he was still in love with her after all of those years. And she passed away on purpose as well. She passed away not only on her birthday, but on Easter. And she didn't pass away because she wanted it to be a birthday present. She didn't care about that. She wanted to pass away on the day that Jesus had. That's what she had wanted, to honor him. And it was beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful things in the world. And my grandfather, he didn't want it. He didn't want the chemo. Besides, it would only likely have bought him another couple years before he'd pass away. So, there was nothing else we could really do except give him as much love as we could. And I was asleep because I had so much trouble sleeping when I spent the nights there. I was always tired. I always had nightmares, and I was scared. And that day, that I believe morning to afternoon, I was taking a nap. And I woke up, and my mother and my father told me that he was gone. So I went over to him in his room. I blessed him, and I kissed him on the forehead for one last time. And that simply is only one of the experiences that I have gone through that has been tragic. I have gone through so much in my life, and that's why I feel so different around other people at my high school. I guess the best way to describe it is that I feel almost broken because I'm so different than other people. I feel different because of my interests, because of my past, and because of my thoughts in general. I am, even if you exclude my past, I'm not particularly a normal girl. I'm just really shy and geeky. I just prefer to keep to myself. But I still always have wanted friends because it's always been something that I've wanted because it's something that definitely beats being alone a lot. It does, because I really don't have much to do around my house. all I really do is just watch YouTube, play video games, and listen to music and write. That's all I do. And I'm not complaining about it, but I still sometimes wish that I had friends. Friends that were in my school, that were in my age group, and friends that I could actually visit. Because there are friends that I have that are fitment that cannot see me because they are busy, or they live in a different state, or they just physically cannot do it. And I hate that because it just makes me feel alone. And trust me, guys, I mean, with you guys, I definitely do feel beyond happy with this channel, because every time that I see the subscribers mark, it just keeps growing and growing to, I mean, at least now I think it's at maybe 135, and it just keeps going, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know how it keeps growing so fast, and I don't know what to do. Because there was one comment that really, really made my heart hurt. Like, it didn't hurt my heart, but my heart exploded, and I felt so, so, so happy from that comment. It was from someone by the name of Wolf Lily, and if you're watching, I am wanting to say hello, and thank you so much for your kind words, Lily, but she had said that I had actually inspired her. And that is something that I never thought I'd hear in my teenage years, or even if ever. I never thought I'd hear the words, "You inspired me to try harder." I never thought I'd see that sentence in my entire life, ever. And seeing that sentence made me so happy. Like, I honestly didn't know what to say, because it meant that much to me. All I really could say was thank you, because that's really all anyone can say. And I know that people get tired of that because it's what every YouTuber says, simply just thank you, thank you, thank you. But seriously, guys, this channel really has helped me vent about my frustrations. It's helped me express my creativity, and it makes me so happy to know that even after the changes in this channel, between my channel name, or between my decision to change the content, it merely just made me so happy that everyone was so supportive. Because I know that so many people liked my Sonic videos, but I just wasn't happy with them anymore. I didn't feel the spark for creating them. I simply just felt tired of it. Because I wasn't allowed to express myself fully. It was only my Sonic videos that got attention, positively. All of my other videos got nothing. My Miku Miku dance videos, I worked so hard on those. I remember the first one I posted, one of the Miku Miku dance videos I made, that took me all night to make, and another 4 hours. It took me more than 4 hours to make that video. And seeing the fact that so many people that barely anyone had watched it, I felt as if all of my hard work was for nothing, and I felt so upset. And it really does. It hurts my heart to know that, because I felt bitter, and I still sometimes do. But I simply try to keep pushing forward, because I know that you guys enjoy. I know that there's going to be some content that others prefer instead of something. There are going to be those videos that people prefer over others out of my channel, and I get that. I really do, because I can relate to that, actually. But I still want to thank you guys so much, but I just want you guys to simply know that if I could try, if someone as damaged, as broken, and as unnormal, I guess, as me, can simply crawl out of bed every morning with a smile and enjoy myself as best as I can and find a reason to continue living, then I know you guys can do it too. 'Cause there was There was a point in time when I hated the idea of living. I hated it so badly. It was one of the worst things it was one of the biggest things I hated, simply living. Because I had this idea in my head that I was a failure and that everyone hated me and that everyone on my channel hated me. They were only just pretending. People and my family just pretended. My friends pretended. I thought that people were lying or they didn't mean things and all of that. When I got someone saying, "Oh my gosh, Gloria, you're so talented. You're doing amazing." Or when people would comment on my videos saying, "Wow, you're doing amazing. You're so amazing at this. You are an inspiration." I would say thank you, but it was in one ear out the other. And by the time 8th grade came along, I had the idea that I wasn't good enough for anything, and that I was a bad person, and I deserved bad things. And the only thing that I deserved was the worst. And I hated that. Because every day, I just wanted to feel happy. I wanted to feel sad with a reason. I didn't want to cry myself to sleep every single night for no reason. I didn't want that. I hated it. I hated it more than anything in the world, and I still hate it. It's one of the worst feelings. And I don't know how I even managed to get through it. I don't know if it was the support that you guys gave me, or from my family, or from my friends, or from maybe all of it, or just my stubbornness. But I somehow managed to keep going. But if you guys can do that, but if you guys can see, because if you guys really want to know the cure to depression, you have to believe in yourself. And if you want good things out of your life, you have to be good yourself. You can't possibly just go around disrespecting everyone. You can't just expect that someone's going to like you. You can't go through life with the mindset that everyone loves you. You can't go through life with the mindset that you can do whatever you want. You just can't. Because that was the sort of mindset that many people from my past that betrayed me had. My ex, he had the idea in his head of simply just manipulating me, because after what he did to me, I still do, I have a fearing hate for him. But I realized that if he's a subscriber to my channel, I can't do anything about it. I can't. And if he wants to watch my videos, then good for him. If he wants to enjoy my writing, good for him. But the one thing that makes me feel the best about it is that, simply put it, that this mind, this voice, this heart, and this soul will never be his. Ever. I made that mistake once, and I won't make it again. And that's what really makes me feel better about it, because I know that those qualities I have, my talent for writing, my gift with it, my ability to create a whole new world with simply a flick of a pen, that is a power that I possess and not him. And I have a voice, a singing voice that many people apparently like and that I enjoy using. I have a voice that I love to use to talk and sing. And it's mine. My talent is mine. My voice is mine. My mind is mine. And my heart and my soul and everything about me is mine. And even if it means that I have to go through the rest of my life without having a heart to give, if it means that I don't get to give my heart to anyone, I will do it. Because I know that there are people out there who hate me. I know it. I know there are people out there who despise me more than anything. I know it. Whether I haven't met them or I have, I know that they're there. But I don't wake up in the morning to please them. I never have, I don't right now, and I never will. But you guys are in control of your self-esteem. You are in control of your future. And you are in control of your self-worth. if you want to make your future better, you need to do what's right. You need to do what's best for you and for others. But also, don't be a doormat like I was. Because that's how everything came about with my ex. You need to be selfish sometimes. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. It's not even really selfish. You're just protecting yourself. And if someone doesn't like you for doing that, then they aren't worth having you as a friend. They don't deserve you as a friend. Because I have lived my entire life trying to help others and make other people happy, but after I realized what that does, then I simply realized that I need to be selfish sometimes. I need to get upset over something. I need to speak my mind. Because if I don't, then I'm never going to get anywhere, and I'm going to be stepped on just like how now my ex stepped on me. That is the only way that I can live my life. Because we're conditioned by a society to not make mistakes. And I can't do that. I simply just can't. Because if I was to live like that, my life wouldn't be perfect. It's not perfect. And it never will be perfect. It never was, it is not, and it never will be perfect. But just because life isn't perfect doesn't mean it can't be great. Alright, guys, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I'm sorry if this was a rather long tangent of mine, but I just had to get those words out. Because I feel like everyone has given up on positivity. And you need to have it in your life in order to... You're not going to make it very far in life if you're not positive and optimistic. You can be negative sometimes, but you still need to be positive. You need to have faith in others, in the world. The world may not be perfect, but it's still a good place. It's a terrifying place, but it's a good place. You need to make sure that you you need to make sure that you accept the bad and embrace the good. That's what I learned. And that's all there is to it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is Fandom Writer here, and I will be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye.